Mic check. Man, I'm feeling way better today. Oh, I don't know what it was yesterday. I was so tired all day long. Felt like a little bitch. All right, let's get squiggles and shit off of here. Let's get this cleaned up. What a chop up to the right. Hey, ay caramba. Yeah, I think for long I'm gonna look for the same thing I probably always do. Open. Here's what I want. I want open, come up slightly, come down, purge that low, rotate up. It looks like we have hit supply. Let's go. We get a wee bit more up here. Essentially, yeah, and I mean, like this little thing here is starting to look like a little bit of a little flagpole. Which, I don't do patterns. I'm just stating that from a liquidity perspective. Yeah, I would say this is the most notable area of supply that we have inside of this range of price from here to here. So I think it's going to give us good information regardless, right? So in other words, we could have a couple things, right? We could have hit it, SFP'd the prior high, and could come and break this low, crawl back up and work our way down, right? That's an option. That's possible. Another possibility is that we are to come down here and then make a rotation back up in here, only to fail again, come back down, break that low. I would say, these are your more bearish options, the two I just described. I think another option is we look at this from the bullish perspective and we go, okay, hey, we have a mitigation here. Structure really doesn't start breaking until here, and that's still only like, I don't know, pretty small time frame stuff, right? Like 15, 30, maybe 30-minute structure. I mean, it's uglier than sin anyway. Let's not get caught up on time frame. Yeah, maybe we hit it and we're gonna come down and deviate this low and come back up. I wouldn't even mind a deviation of this low and coming back up. That's one bullish option. Another bullish option is that we were to come up in here, form some structure that breaks bearishly, only to see it retrace, form some structure that breaks bullishly. And in that kind of situation there, I'm targeting this. Because I've seen that supply worked, but demand is likely still in control, and I'm going to target all the way up to there. As far as I'm concerned, primary targets on shorts would be probably this low down here. Such an ugly place to be trading, you guys. Oh my god, it's so ugly. I'm likely not going to be doing any of this with a full position size, because I mean, dude, if I just look at, like, what was I on, like the 1 hour, like, yeah, that's a less than attractive place to be trading. I would say we're at least interacting with the best zone inside of this most immediate range. So at least we have that, but still kind of tricky place to be trading. Personal opinion. Let's see here. I was so fixated in the short yesterday. Yeah, I hear you. Dude, but like yesterday was, the price action was terrible. It was so bad. Is that our... Oh my god, it was so bad. So bad. Just get rid of that box. Come on, let's get rid of this. 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 And let's see, we got 5 minutes till market open. Now, 65, 200 refined order. So we definitely have a refined order block on the 30 here. $15, I start to lose it. $65. Okay, so you're going off of this candle here. I don't know, it's a little inside bar-ish for me. Yeah, that looks like an inside bar candle. I prefer the look on the 30 myself. And now you may very well be right about that. I mean, Jason, you were also right about this low, right? Where I was looking at lows below this. This indeed was the low that SFP'd. So I'm not here to doubt you. The only thing I'm gonna say is, when it comes to super refined supply like that, I need something structural happening, and I'm likely not to get. Let's go back to the 15. Let's put that little box back on there. I'm likely not going to receive this. Now, it may happen, right? It may happen. But that seems like a bit, I guess, and what's the other thing I'm trying to say? What if it does this, right? And then we never hit that zone. I'm just looking at structure as we interact with this area. And I'm going to combine that with volume. Which is why I try not to, I personally try not to refine supply too much. Where it makes sense, but I just try not to, because I'm more interested in structure in an area than I am the pinpoint most concentration of supply. Another example, right? We hit that thing, and then we pull back and do this. Right? It's like, yeah, supply worked, but this is the more interesting trade. All right, let's take a peek at ETH. Of course, all that, and ETH did hit a refined piece of supply, and that I didn't mark. Anyways, we get kind of similar activity, more SFPing over here. We're seeing the same evidence on the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, this is basically the same chart, with the exception that it's already tagged its supply too. But it's been knocking on it for quite some time already, and it hasn't broken any structure out of it. But we've got bad lows underneath us. I'd say our highs are better than our lows. What's Sol looking like? Sol doesn't have its local SFP like the rest of them does. Wait, hold on, let me look at Bitcoin again. So it happened here on Bitcoin, but on Sol it happened here, not here. So we've got this range that needs to be extended up to this high. And then we've got the range inside of that range here. We've got a high right here. I'm going to get an alert on. Because I'm just curious if it's going to come in and kind of clean these internal lows and then break some structure. Is market open now? Market just opened. Okay, cool. So we're down on open. Is that straight down? Straight down on open. Cool. Top of the morning, Luke Saldana. And Jason, top of the morning to you. I mean, gosh, it just makes way more sense to me to just come for all of these. Got a little bit of evidence of buyers stepping in already. Let's see if they can do anything. You know, what helped me on entries is data, right? What I mean by that is like, say you were to short an internal breakup here. I'm just using this as a random example, right? This isn't something I would typically do, but let's just say that you did this. That you like shorted this kind of structure coming off of a range high. Now, again, that's not the way I would do it. If my rules say unless you touch this high again and then break this low, I can't touch this. But let's say you took this and you take this trade, on a semi-regular basis. Track the statistics on it. And if this presentation wins or goes all the way to the range low like we just had happen here, right? If that happens 70% of the time and you can prove that, then you need to, in my opinion, you need to stop worrying about entry and start worrying about probability. In other words, you got to be able to let go of, you have to be able to detach yourself from whether or not it is a winning trade at the time you're taking it. You have to not care about that at all whatsoever. What you have to care about is whether the conditions were met that worked majority of the time. And then you take it whether it wins or loses, and even when it loses, that is a good trade. Because you're following a system that you've studied that has logic. Yeah, so see, this isn't something I would trade myself. This is never something I would trade. Because statistically speaking, I don't find this setup to be in my favor. I consider that to be a poor return to zone, and it lacks a structural break at the top. So I never take it. But if you can go back, do your homework, and find that this nonetheless works the vast majority of the time, then you take it under that pretense. But only if you can prove that you know, that the average, you know, sort of winning, you know, you get the point. Only if you can, you only take something like this if your data says it works majority of the time. So we have what like looks like supply here. My issue with this is how we opened. Right. In the event that we were to retrace from having pulled these lows, I would expect that we're going to exceed market open, if not take this high. So an idea would be a deviation above that high now. For further shorts. And I would say because this opened, you know, kind of mid sort of range and then broke down from it, I would and because you didn't have an actual structural transition here, I would say that this actually represents a good return to zone to come from here back to here. I'd say that's a pretty decent return to zone, but we have nothing structurally to tell us. I don't have anything structurally to tell me that that is a good idea. I need, yeah, I need more structure down here. Forming somewhat of a good low there. You're breaking about 30-second structure, but I'm not convinced, guys. I'm not convinced. That's the area that I wanted to long this morning when I got here, but for me, I'm so happy to be a picky bitch, and I'm sorry if that's going to make this bear market boring to follow me in. But I have absolutely no reason to. Yeah, I don't have a reason to trade yet. I simply do not have a reason to trade yet. And I would prefer to continue to be stupid picky with what I choose to do with my capital while we are inside of this range. This you get it right. This range. In the middle of here, in the middle of this junk. Yeah. I want something more convincing. These are not the kind of conditions to YOLO. Yeah. Okay, so that took out market open. Oh, VWAP's right above that high too. So again, I'm watching for deviation on this high. We're hitting VWAP, but you got to pull back and you got to fail to clear this high, and you got to come back and you got to break that low. Or all I can do is watch these things print, man. That's all I can do. We got a few minutes to look at oil. No, I don't like the oil. I'm gonna clean this chart up real quick. Get that stuff out of the way. Get this out of the way. It's NQ up too. Oh yeah, NQ's screaming. I don't see any reason for NQ to stop where it's at. Though it is hard on me. Though it is fully allowed to perform some manner of retracement prior to continuation, it sure looks like it wants that. And last time we had this exact same setup, we had an extremely bullish response from it, right? It murdered the high. So this very well may murder that high. Alright, let's get back over here. Okay, now we've got something. Let me get a VWAP on here. Hit London Orb top to the T. But wait, if London opened here, I'm missing this. I'm missing this. Because like that's your first 15-minute candle in the London session. So this is your open range. I'm missing it. Is hype up to? Let's put it over here. Oh, yeah. Hype. Hype, hype, hype. I think hype's already interesting for a long here. Bitcoin has shown no reason to go down yet. It's taken its lower side liquidity. It's retracing, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hold on. Let me get this fixed here. Let's get some of this stuff cleaned up in here. Brother. A little bit of demand left down there. Be careful over here on NQ. Q needs to hold above here, or rather not go down below it very far. Based on the way these candles are presenting, I'm more inclined to believe that it is going to continue above this high. Which means I am not going to have anything to talk about again until up here. Boom, 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 boom. It's gonna make for another boring stream, man. I don't think I'll be executing a trade during the stream. I'll monitor for a short in the short area in gold. My current thought is like XRP is still kind of in a discount setting here, I believe. I lied. Much more so than this is. I think losing VWAP here would be kind of bearish, actually. Anyways, I think what I was saying was, if Bitcoin's going to rotate this range, I guess we don't know if it's going to stop right here, though. I'm like, does that mean we can get XRP to rotate this range? Because I think if we can get a break of 1.06, we might be able to... Yeah, we might be able to get a run up into here. VWAP's way up there still. Do have quite a bit of absorption here as well. Maybe we take a small position on XRP. Hoping for BTC to sweep 45K, huh? $45K. I just want it to finish accumulating right where it's at. I just wanted to sweep 57,758. That's all I want. No, 65,600-ish. I was like, damn, bro. Plotting devious swing trade, 65,600. 65,600. Oh, you just want to sweep of this area here. And then short it back down through there. I see no problem with that. Let's say that is the high that created this low, and that is a range, and there's no reason to look no reason not to look for a deviation there. I'm gonna leave Jason's supply on here, see what happens. I'm just as happy to see a transition coming out of this area as I am to see a sweep of it. Terrible high. Still much more lower side wicks. More buying than selling. So you have like the, yeah, for the most part, I mean, we're splitting hairs here a little bit, but you have the most selling that's entered the market since open. Well, sorry, since we trapped those guys. But that might just fill more longs. Yeah, I would really reckon to guess that as long as we remain above VWAP, we've got that as target. Previous 2-hour candle felt like a whole day. There's nothing I like more on a chart than an SFP. XRP trades at a 1R right now. Just gonna wait to short again. Don't blame you. Bearded Mike. Mike. What's up and welcome back from Colorado, bro. I bet Colorado was nice. It's a little warm in Arizona right now, but so I'm guessing it was fairly warm up there, but push it, Betty, push it. Push it, Betty, push it. Dude, I love Colorado. I love Colorado. I would move to Colorado, but I'm not allowed to. If we move, we have to move to the coast. My wife would not be happy in Colorado. I love it up there, man. Yeah, I can see that. Some hail up there. Yep. Did you make it by Telluride or Durango or any of that stuff? Telluride is sick. I call Telluride the Swiss Alps of the U.S. Telluride's about a 6.5 hour drive for me. Oh, cool. All places I really haven't been to. All places I really haven't been to. Yeah, Colorado's epic. I did the Imogene Pass run up there, where you run from Ouray, Colorado to Telluride, and it's so epic. Shit is so epic. I can't find any good photos of it though. It's a wicked cool place though. Love it up there. Fly fishing is stupid up there. like here on XRP. What happened with hype? Gold pumping. Okay. Never mind, gold. Sorry to fade you, homie. Hype. I got about 15, 20 minutes left with you guys. Is there anything? Oh, Ray's been on fire? That sucks. I still want to get up there again and run it with my kids. Anyways, I got about 15, 20 minutes left with you guys. Is there anything else we want to go take a peek-sees at? Is NQ gonna come rain on our parade today, bro? I would say outside of USDT, Bitcoin is pretty heavily correlated with the stock market like NQ and S&P 500, and also no, not RTY. Well, then I can never remember the ticker. Let me see if I can find it here. It's in here somewhere. Fuck is the ticker I'm looking for? I'll know it when I see it. I just gotta. IGB? Yeah. How is it that we get this? This one. Yeah, I think it's pretty tightly correlated to this as well. No, you know, I mean, like obviously this one is brother. This one is really pushed up significantly and come back and it's pushing up again, whereas Bitcoin's the blue line here. No, no. Um, but yeah, there's a pretty tight correlation with this too. Link, I kind of wanted to take a look at Link. Let's go back and peek at this. Okay, cool. Nothing special there. Linky Dinky. Linky Dinky, where you at, buddy? Well, it looks like we had a short planned on this. So we knocked on supply after failing this high here. Came down below that, tagged the next low. I'm sure there was some remaining demand over here that we hit. I mean, that's a good damn low right there. We formed a new like kind of 8-hour demand block here. And it kind of looks like it's curling up, man. Kind of looks like it's curling up. Good high, shit high, good high. I think what I'd want on Link is I'd want to see a significant initiation above this high. And I don't want it to go like this. No, no. Significant initiation above the high. Look for involvement in that. I think I'd target these semi-equal highs as a primary target. Well, I mean, you gotta get this taken care of. But they're pretty close to each other. That's probably the most immediate trade I could see myself being interested in. Brother, don't do me dirty like this. Get your damn act together, bro. You have a link to my charts, right, Jason? Like, so you can load them up in your trading view? Because I mark shit like that all the time, and I fucking take next to none of it. I'm very convinced this It should have been up here. Anyways, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's old news. Get it out of there. Okay, cool. What is up with RTY these days? Well, I'm definitely going break even on XRP. I'm not in the mood to lose any money today. Just not in the mood, y'all. If I can't make it, let's not lose it. Seems about right. All right, y'all. What else we got? I think most of the fun has happened already. So, yeah, NQ was well, it's starting to look a little better now. When you say SPX, you're not talking about this, right? Oh no, yeah, I'm sure you're talking about that. Yeah. I don't know. I never use that chart. Quite the initiation there. Yeah, I know. I hear you. I don't know. I've just always used the ES mini futures. Yeah, I mean it's had quite the impulse. Um, I think it's time to. It's time to probably range up here for a bit, brother. Be nice to see it, kind of develop some manner of ranging behavior around here. Let me put it this way. It doesn't have any bullish reasons to come below this low at this point. Fucker's up there, man. I think you have your initiation. So I would suggest we either develop a range for continuation or we see a mitigation prior to continuation. But it looks healthy. I mean, aside from the fact that we all know it's completely fucking rigged. There's this market is primarily a paper market, so it's got problems. But they're all paper markets, right? Boom, 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 boom. What is this line? Make it go away. You got to close up there, Holmes. Oh, you have to be a proper kind of crazy to be buying the ES. You got to be a proper kind of crazy to do that. I don't think the evidence that BTC is finished accumulating is in. Um, yeah, I really don't suspect that evidence is in yet. No, no, it's not. It's not purely point blank. It's not in yet. I kind of expect that this isn't going to work, and that if we don't set a lower high, here and kind of make our way down, I'm perfectly fine to look up here before we make our way down. But I think when we come down here, it's gonna be like a big purge of this. Can I draw a straight line? Okay, fine. We're gonna do it with this. I think it's gonna be a big purge of this, deep, and then a lot of bullshit ranging behavior before it pulls that low. Yeah, something a little bit more like that. Yeah, bad news. I think all the longs are about to die. And I'm about to get stopped out at the weest of profits. So I am going to call this a stream, man. We'll call it a stream, and let's see, what can we look towards next? I think it's risky that we came all the way up here and didn't take the high. So I don't think I want to get involved in any further. I don't think I want to get involved in any shorts until, like, I'm just proposing something here, right? Like, maybe this is as far as up as we can make it on market open, and maybe we do travel back down here. I want an initiation below here. I want some sort of back testing in here. And then I would look to short down to here. And then if we can break that guy, right, if we can break that guy bearishly, then I'm going to look to short down into there. And obviously, if we can break that guy bearishly, then I'm going to look to short down into here. And as far as longs go, probably want to see it cut majority of the way through supply. Look for something like that. Well, that's the only things I have in the immediate future. Oh, you're going to come back up now? You going to come back up now, Bo? That'd be awfully polite of you. Won't matter anyway because I'm already stopped out, so. Y'all have a good one, man. I'm gonna hit the road. Love you guys. I'm rooting for you. There's nothing you can do about it. Hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. And take care, right? You know, on the yen, I don't know. See, the interesting thing to me about the yen is understanding the geopolitical relationship, historical relationship between the U.S. and Japan. Japan is a proxy U.S. economy, and it's a very paper one. Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. All right, y'all. Toodles.